My name's Corinne, serve on the creative team, and I live alone in a studio on the Upper East Side. And so when the stay-at-home quarantine self-isolation hit, I was actually by myself, and all of my friends left the city to go to other homes, and I was really determined to stay and be here. Eventually I did end up leaving at the request of my parents, but I was here alone for about 3.5 weeks, and I had this really specific moment of cooking another meal by myself, and just kind of like falling on my knees and feeling so alone, and God entering into that space and going, I'm always with you. Like, I am here with you till the very end of the age. And I remember that, and I remember accepting that, I think, for the first time, that like no matter where I am in my life, if I'm alone or surrounded by people, like God is there. And so I'm so thankful for that season of isolation, because I really believe now that God is always with me.
Hey, so my name is Sam. Man, I feel like I've seen God move in a lot of ways in my life in the midst of COVID. One way in particular would be, I think He's really shown me just the hope that I can have in the midst of hardship. When I was reading and just praying in the midst of all this, trying to lean into not running away from hard feelings, I was reading in Revelation 7, and when God, you get this little picture of reality, like kind of the future, where every tribe, tongue, and nation are going to be worshiping God, like all of us together. And I think I just had a realization, like, man, that's going to happen. So even in the midst of all of this, like, I can have hope, knowing that God is going to be able to see that come to fruition. And it's just given me, it's helped me like fix my eyes, I think, on what's coming, and not put too much hope, honestly, just in the present circumstances.
Hi, I'm Yuri, and I think one of the most encouraging things that God has done and shown me in this season of life has just been how to give and receive love from a distance. I've seen people in the communities that I'm part of, whether that's my small group at church or the neighbors who live in my apartment building or my family who lives in Korea, just really rally to show love and support and care, across the barriers of distance and across computer screens and across oceans.
The Lord encountered me in this time of pandemic by overall helping bring things to the surface that were important, almost like a sorting of priorities during this time. We planned to get married in June, and right when the pandemic started, we changed our plans, canceled our wedding, but still decided to get married. So that offered some more time to focus on premarital mentoring and having tough conversations. And I felt that God did almost a sorting of my heart, like allowing some scaffolding or some coverings to fall away, and things that priorities to rise up in the surface.
Yeah. And for me, along those lines, I felt the Lord really encourage me in growing to trust Him more, and really to follow His lead rather than making my own plans, but really trusting that His plans for us are overall the best plans that can take place in our life. And so when COVID hit, we were just about to get married, and we're going to live in New York City, but everything kind of unraveled. The job that I thought I was going to work in didn't end up being there, and our leases ended, so we didn't really have a place to stay, and our wedding got canceled. But overall, the whole thing worked out to be such a testament of how God encouraged us both to grow deeper together and establish our identity on the foundation of being His children first, and that we are well taken care of, and then trusting that He provides for His children. And now we're back in New York, and He has provided everything we need to be here in the long term. And so we're so excited to be here and be back and just watch His testimony of how He's provided for us along this whole season.
Hi, my name's Carrie Doris. I live on the Upper West Side in Manhattan, and how I've been affected by the COVID. First of all, it gave me great introspective on having time with God, just to focus on things that I'm needing to change in my life. It has been beneficial to be able to have the extra time to dive into God's Word, to get more into studying things about social justice, being involved in the church through the race kingdom and class that we've been taking, as well as the missional life. So it's given me an opportunity to be able to take what I've learned from this season and just be more effective in my community. So I'm thankful for that time, and I just really greatly appreciate being able to take something that's so difficult but use it for the good.